In this video, I'm going to be covering a new DePIN project that is set to completely disrupt the rideshare industry. And that project is Teleport. Built on Solana, Teleport aims to grab market share by offering lower fares to riders and higher pay to drivers. And the timing could not be any more perfect because the duopoly of Uber and Lyft have nearly doubled fares over the last 5 years, all while cutting pay to the drivers. To add insult to injury, not only are the drivers being paid less, but their costs for insurance, fuel, and vehicle maintenance are on the rise. And to say they're unhappy would be an understatement because we've seen driver strikes across the country recently. And it would appear that investors agree that this industry, an industry that's expected to grow to over $300 billion by 2030, is due for a shakeup because Teleport has already raised $9 million. And after building behind the scenes for the past couple years, it looks like they are very close to having their first major city launch in Austin, Texas. And that just so happens to coincide with one of the largest crypto conferences of the year, Consensus. Coincidence? Probably not, but I have to say I do like the strategy. As I mentioned, Teleport aims to offer lower fares for consumers while offering higher pay for drivers at the same time. And they're doing this by cutting out the high overhead of the large centralized entities. One of the main expenses that they're eliminating is the cost of acquisition for both drivers and riders through word of mouth. As it is a DePIN project, they're doing this through a reward system where with every fare that's completed, there are points that are distributed to participants. But it's not just the driver or the rider that receives these points. If either of them were referred to the platform, the referrer also gets points. In other words, if you refer either a driver or a rider and they use your referral code to sign up, you will also receive points every time they complete a fare. These points can be used to redeem NFTs that can be bought and sold in NFT marketplaces like Magic Eden. Now, Teleport has not announced whether or not they're going to launch a token with this project, but I definitely think it's a possibility because it is a DePIN project. And we have seen other projects in the space where NFT holders receive an airdrop, but that is complete speculation on my part, so don't hold me to that. But regardless of whether there is a token or not, I do have an inkling that early adopters will be rewarded pretty well.
You can reward the early adopters. That rewards early adopters. Into the early adopters get rewarded and it becomes a gradient. It rewards the early adopters and early adopters get rewarded. The first people to switch get rewarded more than the people who switch later. It works.
I don't know, just a hunch. All that said, I do have my referral code linked below. If you do sign up, I would appreciate it if you used it. Obviously, if you invite your friends, you should use your own referral code. But if you know anyone in Austin specifically or somebody that's going to Consensus, I would highly recommend getting them signed up. I should mention that it's currently only available on iOS. They will be adding Android support in the future, and if you are an Android user, you can join the waitlist. As this project evolves, I plan to put out more content on it because I do think this project has a ton of promise, and they are in the right place at the right time. Also, I will be at Consensus and would love to connect with people in the community, so if you are going to be there, definitely hit me up in the comments below. As always, I appreciate your viewership. Signing off, this is Bradley Meyer with the DePIN Connection.